If you've seen my video on Pikanuko, you'll know that I praise it as a comforting game, and I played that about a month back. But lately, life has been overwhelming as I've been trying to balance a full time job with college while also in the process of moving out. And this is leading to mixed emotions about realizing that I'm becoming an adult. It's nerve wracking because I know I won't have as much time for things I enjoy, like playing games and hanging out with friends and making videos. On top of that, I've been feeling pretty sad about moving away from my childhood home where I lived my entire life and had so many good memories with my family. So you see, these feelings are like a double-edged sword because I'm happy to be growing up, but I'm also sad about leaving behind so much of what I've known. So needless to say, I was desperate for another comforting game to help take the edge off and bring me a sense of peace with all these emotions that I was feeling. So I started to do some research to find a game, and I first knew that I needed to avoid any Souls-like game because I was not trying to cry and rage at the same time.
No!
And then I found that my glorious King Foco made a video saying that a game called A Short Hike was one of the better exploration games that he played last year. So then I read some more reviews on it and decided that I had to give this game a shot. So when you load up A Short Hike, you play as Claire, a bird visiting her aunt from the city, and her whole goal is to reach the top of this mountain called Hawk Peak to get a cell phone reception for this special phone call that her aunt is telling her about. Gen Z, am I right? You then set out to reach the top of the mountain, and along the way, you encounter a bunch of unique looking characters, each with their own goals and aspirations just like you. They're all trying to work towards something meaningful, and as you cross paths, you lend a hand to help them achieve their goals, which is quite fulfilling and pretty fun at times. You also start collecting golden feathers and loot chests. The golden feathers allow you to fly and climb more, making exploration throughout the map easier, and the loot chests give you coins, which you can buy more feathers and other items from certain vendors throughout the map. There's also a lot of collecting in this game, but it never feels tedious because it doesn't rely on any hidden tricks like most games. The game simply encourages you and wants you to explore and discover things at your own pace as you find new areas, which adds no stress whatsoever to the game. And as you explore, there's a variety of side activities to enjoy, and you'll never feel like you're just lost and running around aimlessly. You can go fishing, which is very relaxing, you can go boating, which can be quite challenging, or even aim to go 100% in this game like I did, which I highly recommend doing so because it unlocks more dialogue options with the NPCs, which are wholesome and lead to more meaningful conclusions. Another element that adds to the experience in this game is the music. It transitions as you move through different areas of the map, and each song is so calm and relaxing, which really enhances the atmosphere and allows you to unwind and feel at ease as you soar around each new area of this map. The design for this game is also absolutely beautiful, and you can choose how you want to experience it, whether it's very pixelated, slightly smoother, or a more refined and clear aesthetic. I personally love the chunky, older pixel style because it felt nostalgic to me and reminded me of the childhood comfort of playing my Nintendo 64 with my dad and older brother. This game does cost $8, and it may seem a lot for a game that's like an hour and a half long, but there's so much to do in this game that you can definitely get your values worth if you do 100% it, because that adds like an extra 2 hours of gameplay. And it's not like going to be like one of those walking simulators where you're just aimlessly walking around looking for straight up nothing. But if I'm being 100% honest, I really didn't care about the price of this game because, like I said before, I was searching for something that could comfort me and help take my mind off everything that I was going through. And I can 100% say that this game delivered on that by far. The more time that I spent playing this game, the more it resonated with the struggles I talked about earlier. The overwhelming stress of trying to balance a full time grown up job with college, the bittersweet feeling of becoming an adult, and the sadness of leaving behind the home I've known my whole life. Every small moment in this game, from helping the characters to simply exploring the peaceful world, felt like a gentle reminder to slow down and appreciate the journey, even when life becomes chaotic. And I need to constantly remind myself to be grateful for all the moments I had and will have throughout my lifetime. And by the time that I reached the ending, it genuinely brought me to tears. It wasn't just because of the story itself, but because it offered me a kind of comfort that felt like a warm hug from your mom when you were little. It reassured me that it's okay to feel conflicted about growing up and moving forward, that these mixed emotions are part of the journey. And for a brief moment, it gave me the peace I've been craving, a sense of clarity and hope I truly needed. It felt like the game understood the weight of those emotions and offered a safe space to cope with them and let my emotions get lost in all the exploration. So if you're feeling lost or overwhelmed in life like me, we need to know that it's going to be okay. Because sometimes the world feels like it's too much to handle, but it's important to take a deep breath, slow down, and find those moments of peace, even if they're small, just like a short hike.